So the first thing is an overview of SimNet.org. I recently did a little survey, and there was a shocking number of members who had never logged in to SimNet.org. And so we're going to try to show you just real quick that it's not big and scary, and you will be able to do this. Okay, when you type in www.simnet.org, you're going to see the main Sim login page, which looks like this. And you'll see a few things across the top. These are the things, because you're not signed in, that are visible to anybody on the World Wide Web. The good stuff, this is our advertisement, okay? This is what we want people to see about us and get excited and want to join and want to be our sponsor, etc. But the good stuff and the Memphis page is behind the sign-in. So you will see the sign-in right here. And I will sign in now. And I suggest that you click the Remember Me. It does set a cookie, and every time you come back, you will be able to see the main, you'll be able to come in without signing in. So now notice it says sign out because you're signed in. And this is the Memphis members only site. If you don't see this picture and the members only site, you're not in the members only section. You're in the external section that we have that's our advertisement. So just to orient you a little bit, move this over a little bit. These buttons will take you to different parts of the members of our site. You guys won't see this, so just ignore that. I'm a administrator. I can edit the site, so I get some special stuff that's up there that you don't. This is what you want to pay attention to. Also, down at the bottom, you'll see our upcoming events, which is our meetings, the dates and times. Now, it doesn't have all the detail like your invitations, but at least if you wanted to know, is there a meeting, when's the meeting, this would be a place you could go. And down at the bottom is something that you'll see on all of them. You'll see all the national events, the latest news, IT Trend Study, which we're going to talk about more in a little bit later. Okay, so let me take you up to the top here, which is weird. Okay. Tonight, now if you noticed before, this line has some more options that you didn't have until you lined in. The member search, that's great. The member search will let you find people. There's almost 5,000 SIM members. This will let you see any of them and communicate with any of them. And if they're academics or if they're practitioners or whatever, and we'll see this in just a minute. The programs, every single one of these are the macro programs I talked about, and every single one of these is going to be taught tonight in detail by one of our speakers. Okay. So now what I would like to show you is, just for an example, what you can find on this members only section. If you wanted to go back and find one of the presentations that's been given before, here's all the presentations that we upload from our regular meetings. Then I can go back home. These are the buttons. I've added these to make it easy for you to navigate in the members only section. Let's say you want to find all the Memphis members. You can click right here on the group directory, and we all know where we are, so we'll hide that map. And here's all of the Memphis members. and you can next page through that. If you wanted to see all of the members in the group, you could come up to the member search. Everybody knows the trick, right click and open a new tab, right? I like that especially with simnet.org because then you don't lose where you were before and you can go back to where you were. You can get back there, but instead of hitting back, this is just a more convenient way. So let's say that you wanted to see all of the members in the Atlanta chapter. You could choose the Atlanta chapter right there and hit continue. And on that other screen, you were able to choose a lot of different ones. So in Memphis, for an example, we might want to see everybody in Mississippi, Georgia, and not Georgia, Arkansas, and Memphis. So here are all the members that are members in Atlanta. Okay. Now, if you read the latest, I'm going back to the group home now, which is our Memphis home site. If you read the newsletter that came out recently, I said everybody needs to update their profile. So when you log in and you land here, you can update your profile by clicking here. You could also update it from the black bar right next to the sign in. And this should remind you of LinkedIn or any other social media where you're able to edit your profile and put in information into these fields. There's lots of them, and some of them are required, those with the star, some of them are at your discretion. They're initially populated from the application that you all had to fill out. We did not start in Memphis using the online application until recently. So when you go into your profile, you may not find all the data there. So we are going to have a raffle and give away a really neat prize. I can't tell you what it is, but it's worth a lot of money. So I have a little report running in the background that's going to tell me who has updated their profiles. And so after a certain amount of time, you guys are hearing it first, and then I'm going to send it out again. So go and update your profile. You also have the ability to add a picture and to download your this badge, which is you could put in your signature or anything anywhere else that you wanted to use it. So that's me. We have several members that have done a great job of updating. There's Dick. Jana Branham has updated her profile. This gives you the ability to get the contact information and any other information that you care to share about yourself. This facilitates the networking that you all really say that you want to do. So if you wanted just a quick recap, if you wanted to go see more about what you hear tonight, this is your first stop. Here's about all the programs that you're going to hear about that are, like I said, on a macro level. And then on our own page, our own homepage, you can find other things like, for an example, who's on committees, who are our chapter leaders, who are our member companies, past newsletters, and one of our most important, community outreach, which outlines all of our community outreach plans and things that we are doing in the community. One last thing I want to show you that's on every page, so this is the external, this is us, is this community search, and that's like a Google search of only our site. So for an example, if you wanted to find out something about RLF and you could not find it in the programs, although it's there. You could just search on that acronym. And it's going to bring it up, and what I love about it is it classifies it. So here's where RLF comes up in blogs. Here's where it comes up in the directory. So these will be people that are RLF facilitators. Phil Zweig was here last month talking to us. These are the pages that mention RLF, the files that we have out there, the groups, and the events. So all the RLF registration, etc., and then documents. So they've made the site, this I should have started with to tell you that this is software as a service. It's called Your Membership, and it is designed for associations like ourselves. The difference that we've had to work with is that we have an outward facing face, and we have members only behind the firewall. And so some of the information, for an example, if you went up to chapters Southeast and Memphis and you weren't logged in, you will see a lot of the same things that we have. You'll recognize these, but you won't have things that I've protected and not allowed out, like emails, documents, etc. You can log in from there as well as from the sign in, and if you're already logged in and you click there, it'll take you back home. So that is your introduction to SimNet. And so I hope that I'm going to see all of you go in and explore around and browse around, and if you see anything that doesn't look right, or you have an idea of something that might make it easier for you to navigate or whatever, send me an email and we'll look into making that change. Our association headquarters, who is our association management group, they're very responsive in trying to do what we want to do within the abilities of the software and of the platform.